Alright, we're back on sports. This has to be the weirdest week in sports I've seen in a while. I'll say that right now. Because, look, teams that were supposed to win, most teams that were supposed to win, they got upset. It was really funny to see. And on top, we saw a lot of salty moments, especially in the NFL this past week. I'll get into that in a minute, okay? I want to start off first with, running. As you know, as you see around my neck, I did the Hunger Run, the Comic-Con Hunger Run, which all proceeds, all benefits went to Feeding America, which is throughout the holidays, or at least that's, when we did it, not too long ago during the holidays, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, all proceeds go to families who don't have food throughout these holidays. Now, of course, the holidays are, they're here and people are buying gifts and things of that nature, and, but these families don't even have food. You know what I mean? So all proceeds went to them. It was a great run. That's really all I'm going to say about the issue. So anyways, let's move on because I really want to get into sports. Okay, I really want to. So let's talk NFL. Yeah, let's talk the NFL. Okay, first off, it was glorious. Glorious to see what happened yesterday between the Eagles and the Patriots. It is the funniest game, I'll say, this season so far. That's what I'll say. And the reason I say it's the funniest game, it was hilarious. We beat the Patriots. It's always nice. You can always celebrate about that. It's great. However, you have to understand, I'm still going to stick to my guns and say that the season is over. I'm going to say that, all right? I'm sticking to my guns. I said it last week. I'm going to stick with that. Because you know what? I'm seeing way too many Eagles fans. One week it's, the season's over. The world is going to collapse. Then the next week, they're like, we're still in this. Yeah, we're in this. Yeah. No. Pick one. Pick one and stick with it. Because Eagles fans right now are looking really fragile. They are. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm sticking with it. And I don't give a shit if anyone says, oh, Event, you're being negative. You know what? You know what I gotta say about that? It's okay for everyone else to be fucking negative. And the thing is, I'm not being negative. I'm being critical and I'm being a realist. I'm looking at what I see and saying, this shit is not working. I say that due to the fact that this team is still inconsistent. That's what it is with their effort. It's inconsistency. So yes, it was great to see yesterday. The defense put on a hell of a job yesterday. The special teams put on a hell of a job yesterday. I'll talk about that stuff in a minute. But you have to understand, in the long run, look how long we are into the season, and still, this team is inconsistent. So as far as I'm concerned, yeah, this season is over. Enjoy the rest for what you can. I say this now, we're probably going to play spoilers. I'm okay with that. But sit back and laugh. Anyone saw Tori yesterday? I was laughing most of the time, wasn't I? Because it's a joke. It was funny. That's what it was. Let's talk about it right now. Eagles, Patriots. Defense showed up. They did. Well, some of the defense showed up. Not all of the defense. Kiko Alonso, you did not show up again. You know what? You are dumpster fire trash as far as I'm concerned. You're missing X amount of tackles. All right? You are getting burned off of routes. Why are you out there? Why? What's the point? There's no point in you being out there. And this is the guy that, so many people had said to me, defending him, oh, but, he's going to be our future. Well, did you see that one-handed interception? Oh, my God. No, the guy is trash. He's trash. Lane Johnson, on the offensive side of the ball, you are still trash. You are still not doing your job. I really hope they get rid of you next season. I hope they do. Look, I'll put it like this. Defense put a lot of pressure on Brady in the first half. It was hilarious to see Tom Brady with chicken with his head cut off, just running around. It was really funny. But you have to understand, if it wasn't for the special teams and the defense playing the way they were, this game, pretty much the Patriots win. And the thing is, they almost still won at the end. But for what I've seen, and I believe Rockaway Carter sent me a log not too long ago about Eagles. It was an Eagles fan and a Patriots fan arguing. And Eagles fans, it's not all of you, because it's not all of you. But this particular fan should know better, all right? There's no reason for you to celebrate injuries and wish death on people and things of that nature. You know better than this, all right? It's football. These players have a short career span as it is. You know that, all right? And they come back from severe injuries. They get surgeries and things of that nature that people wouldn't even dream of going in for, okay? But these people have families to feed. They're trying to make as much money as possible before their career is over. That's why it's such a short lifespan in football. As you know, the NFL stands for not for long. For you to sit here and say that you hate a certain player because he's cocky, or as we seen not too long ago, people were on Twitter saying that they hate Cam Newton because he's dancing. It's a celebration. I guarantee you, if you scored a touchdown or did something good against all those big-ass dudes that's out there trying to knock your fucking head off, you'd want to celebrate too. I guess some of you sensitive people would hate the NFL back in the day, with the icky shuffle and all that too, huh? You've got to be kidding me that you're mad at a man for celebrating because they scored. His team scored or he scored. That's fucking ridiculous. And if you are that mad over that, then you know what? Then you need to prioritize your life. I've seen people even write letters about Cam Newton to Cam or to the organization because they're so offended by his dancing. You can't make this shit up. You've got to be kidding me. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a joke. But to sit here and say that, Gronk, he got hurt, and you're happy he got hurt because he's cocky, that's not good enough. You're wishing injury on a person because they're cocky? Or because they're good? That's stupid. All right? Stop. No. All right? At the end of the day, it's still a sport. At the end of the day, you can still have your fandom, but don't go overboard. You know this. All right? But let's go back to the game. Sam Bradford looks like fucking ass again. I'm still trying to figure out why Sam Bradford, especially near the end of the game, and I didn't understand this, he's celebrating. Oh, we got the first down. Let me jump up. Yeah. And what happens after that? The Patriots get the ball on the turnover. You can't celebrate prematurely these things, and I just don't understand where it's not just the fans anymore, it's the players. Like I said, everyone just flip-flops left and right. 1 minute is doom and gloom, the next minute it's, oh, we in here. I don't understand it. It's just, and then you start picking up, people start pointing at people and saying, are you a real fan? Are you a real fan? And that's the thing. We've seen this all season. Seriously, stick to one thing, just stay with it. Just stay with it. The defense looked great. They kept bringing the pressure on Brady, and you know what? Brady threw so many interceptions, and it was hilarious to see. I love to see it. All right, it was funny. It was. I felt it was just Tom Brady not knowing what to do. And here's the thing: when these things are happening, the Brady Defense Force comes out straight. The Brady Defense Force, ESPN. You cannot tell me that you're going to blame the play calling on Tom Brady's interceptions instead of blaming Tom Brady for not executing.
The momentum swing that you generated by the creative trick play all gets ruined because you call a shot play right after it. You have a tired quarterback trying to make a decision on a shot play. Didn't think that was really the wisest decision after you got some momentum.
So 99 times out of 100, that's not going to work. You just don't do that. That's protocol. So why would Josh McDaniels make that call?
Well, listen, there's some play callers that just say, hey, listen, after a quarterback run, we're going to either have an easy completion or we're going to run the football,
right,
and then we'll take our shot play. I think at that point in the game, they felt like were trying to generate something, and then you got back-to-back plays.
Yeah, backfired on him. First time.
No. We're not going there. Don't tell me it's protocol. That is bullshit, all right? Anyone who saw Tom Brady catch that pass, hilarious. He catches the pass like this, right? And then he doesn't even run for 36 yards. It's a brisk walk. Let's be honest here. Because the way Brady can't run. Let's call this. He can't run to save his life. He can't, all right? So it looked like a slight jog or brisk walk. The only thing funnier from that pass when he caught it would have been if Peyton Manning had caught it and tried to run, okay? Quarterbacks like Tom Brady who can't run and Peyton Manning who can't run, to see them catch a pass and try to run up the sidelines is always hilarious to watch, okay? But for you to sit here and say that he's so tired that he couldn't complete any one sort of play after that. Tom Brady threw the ball downfield. There was no one there, and it was a clear interception, okay? And he's like, oh my God, it was hilarious. But you have to understand that these guys trying to defend it, he was tired, blah, blah, blah. How many years did McNabb do that here in Philadelphia? How many times in Michael Vick's career did he do that? I just want to know. Like I said, quarterbacks can run, turn around, throw the ball afterwards. Do not give me this crap, all right, that Tom Brady was so tired. Lord Tom Brady was so tired that he couldn't make a completion. I'm not trying to hear it. You cannot blame the play calling. He just did lack of execution. That's what it was. And for you to sit here and try and defend that and try to point fingers and say it's not Tom Brady's fault, that is sad. That is absolutely sad. There are so many quarterbacks in this league that do that and then still throw the ball, but no, can't do it to Tom Brady, no. You've got to be kidding me. The fact is, Tom Brady blew it. He did. The pressure was on him from the Eagles defense. Notice they didn't credit the Eagles defense whatsoever. No credit whatsoever for bringing pressure from the first half into the second half. No whatsoever. This is what ESPN does, all right? Because they feel as though the Eagles are so bad, you can't give them credit. That's what it is. You have to be kidding me that you sat there and watched that entire game and you said, there's no defensive pressure there on that, on that line. No. Tom Brady's just blowing it just because he's blown it because he doesn't have Gronkowski, so he doesn't have anyone else to throw to. Really. Because that's what you're pretty much saying. If that was the case, they wouldn't have even forced a comeback near the end of the game and almost still won if that was the case. Just saying. The fact is, ESPN, just to say that, it makes you question, why are they paying these people? Why are they paying these people to say such garbage? Come on now. Tom Brady blew it. He did. The defense, they did great, all right? Even though secondary still somewhat suspect time after time, you have to be kidding me that you still gave up that many points in a football game, okay? Because you keep it in perspective, Eagles fans, all right? That's unacceptable, that many points, all right? Let alone that comeback near the end, unacceptable, okay? Let's keep it 100. With that being said, defense, they did do what they need to do in the first half of the game. It spilled over into the third quarter. They look great. Like I said, outside of Kiko Alonso, whatever. All right? Secondary, still, Rowe played better than we did last week. But still, all right? Let's not get too happy when you start looking at things for what they are. Let's not get too happy. We can always celebrate that we beat the Patriots. Like I said, live it up. It's funny. It is. But let's keep it in perspective here when, the day after. Let's keep it in perspective, okay? Offense looked horrible. Running game. You got DeMarco Murray still. You're trying to, every once in a while, you try to run him downhill, and it doesn't, it somewhat doesn't work, because it's scouted before he can even get to the hole, and then you try to bounce him outside. Doesn't work. Like I said, without the special teams and without the defense this game, we lose. We do. Offense is still a problem. It is. Sam Bradford, as we know, is not the answer. Mark Sanchez is not the answer. Seriously, there has to be something done about this. So as much as people want to sit and be happy about this, like I said, be happy you beat the Patriots. We know what they're about, all right? But then, that day after, you got to look at it and say, okay, we got to get back down to business. We got to see exactly things for what they are. And we got the Bills next. And McCoy is looking for some revenge. You know that. So this is what it is. Now, we'll see if they wake up and they play some defense, against the Bills. We'll see. But I don't know if it's going to happen. Anyways, game ball. Game ball. Game ball doesn't go to the defense. No. Game ball doesn't go to the special teams. No. Game ball goes to Tom Brady, because he's our MVP as far as I'm concerned. You the real MVP, bro. Look, I pull like this. Tom Brady. We got to have this talk. When you look like a deer in headlights and you're just chucking the ball, granted, you can't take any way from Tom Brady. Great quarterback. But yesterday was not your day. It was that simple. Eagles defense dominated when it came to putting pressure on you. That's what it was. It doesn't always have to be about knocking you down or getting sacks. Creating that pressure to get you to throw a bad ball is good enough at times. Okay? And I think a lot of people don't understand that, especially when they're watching these games. Oh, we didn't get a sack, or we didn't get a bad ball, but if you create enough pressure, a quarterback will make a mistake on his own. It doesn't always have to be about a sack. Always doesn't have to be about a hit, you know what I mean, or a hurry or whatever. It doesn't always have to be about that. You create enough pressure, all right, especially in the right spots and the right gaps where he's looking in lanes to throw, it happens, okay? So the defense, they did a great job on that. They did. If only they can carry that over to every other damn game. But the fact is, I'm giving Tom Brady a rub because he is our Eagles MVP. He is. Without those interceptions, guess what? Nothing happens. Nothing. Without the defense catching those and pick sixes. And I have to say this, all right? Funniest part of the game, all right? He throws the interception to Jenkins. Jenkins runs it back, right? And here's the thing. Tom Brady tries to tackle him. And instead of extending his arms when he tackles, Tom Brady gets halfway and does like this. Oh! And he falls. And he's like 5 yards off of the tackle. It is the funniest thing. It's always funny to see a quarterback throw an interception and try to stop a pick six from a guy who's running because he can't keep up with him. But for Tom Brady to, oh my God, it was so funny. I'll tell you, this game was full of laughs. It was. And boys, if you took the game seriously, which I've seen, like I said, people sending me stuff, there's something wrong with you. You should have not taken that game seriously whatsoever. All right? The Patriots, they just threw a 2-game skid now? So we will see what happens. They lost to Denver and they lost to us. I really thought that they were going to put up a lot of, well, they did put up a lot of points on us, but I thought they were going to really run away with this. Defense really held it down. I felt as though at the end of the game, like I said, you have an onside kick that's not recovered. Patriots get the ball, score. You get another, was it a fumble? And then the Patriots get the ball, and they, like I said, I would say 10 to 20 more seconds, and the Patriots probably could have won. They could have tied this game. They could have tied the game. So as far as I'm concerned, you can't get too happy about things. We'll see what happens next week, but you've got to be kidding me that we're just going to praise them to the moon now. Like I said, that's not how it works here. It's not how it works. It's amazing how many people were just celebrating it. Like, it's one thing to win, but when you've been bagging on a team all season, and you know this. You see the inconsistency of this effort, all right? And then you still see the score, and you see the comeback, and you're saying, what the hell's going on? There's a chance we might lose. People are sending me tweets saying, hey, I'm having a heart attack. I got to take some heart medication because they almost won. You have to understand, when it comes to things like that, especially in a hurry-up with the 2-minute offenses, because that's what they're doing at the end. They're running a hurry-up offense. It's a 2-minute set drill. That's what they're running, the Patriots, all right? So people can't get set. But remember, Chip Kelly had set the defense. Remember, they're physique this way, remember, because of the hurry-up offense that they wanted to push. So the defense should be okay. Remember, we saw all the complaints about that last year with Kerry Williams, about how he worked us out too hard when it comes to physicality and things of that nature and being in shape. Remember that. So the defense shouldn't have had this problem late in the game. They shouldn't. I understand the effort that they're putting in throughout the entire game, and the offense really not helping them because, let's be honest, they didn't fucking help them really. But this is what they've been practicing for, to stay in shape, to have that stamina. And then you let the Patriots go down there and do that. Yeah, it was a problem. If I put it like this. If the Patriots would have came back and tied the game and ended up winning, they would have called the Eagles the Sixers. They would have, all right? Speaking of more salty moments, the Sixers, I'll talk about them later, okay? You've got, on Monday night last week, the Cleveland Browns blow the game to, the Baltimore Ravens, where they blocked the kick. They blocked the kick and run it back for a touchdown with 2 seconds left. And anyone who saw Twitter that night, it was absolutely amazing. Browns fans are ripping their jerseys. Video. Browns fans ripping their jerseys. They're throwing stuff. They're yelling. It was hilarious to see how much salt it was. And then on Thursday, we saw the Packers versus the Lions. And look, we've seen this for a while now. And I'm really getting a little pissed off about this, okay? Because we've seen in the previous couple weeks, the Packers have been getting favorable calls. We've seen that, all right? On Thursday, all right, at the end of the game, where Aaron Rodgers gets slung down, all right, defender grabs him, doesn't even face mask him, grabs him by his shoulder, slings him down, they call a face mask, all right, which means it's a penalty. You cannot end the game on a penalty. So there's 0 seconds on the clock, and you have one chance. Rodgers chucks the ball up, Hail Mary, touchdown, Packers, and mind you, Packers came back from that and won the game, and Detroit fans were just like, they was emotionless. There wasn't no rage. Like, Cleveland Brown fans had rage. They were ripping jerseys, throwing stuff. We saw a video just yesterday where they were burning jerseys on a grill. Look, that's different compared to what Detroit Lions fans went through, because it was a silent type salt. They were just numb. They were just like, no emotion. And it was really weird. It was still funny, but weird to see. You know what I mean? So, it was a lot of salt to go around. Oh my God. You know what? New Orleans, you know what happened with the Panthers in New Orleans. The Panthers came back to win. Okay? They did. New Orleans, as you know, you have a defensive problem. For some fucking reason, you can't stop anybody on defense. Drew Brees can only do but so much in that game. Okay? And he put up enough points to win. But yet, defense couldn't stop. High-scoring game. And I play this Panthers fan, regardless, the same thing with Eagles and Patriots. Regardless if you're a Panthers fan or a Saints fan, unacceptable when it comes to those points. Those type of shootout games are embarrassing, because you expect your defense to be better. I understand, Saints fans, you've been dealing with this all season. I get it, all right? But Panthers fans, you haven't dealt with this type of high-scoring all season. You know what I mean? And it also comes into question. Now, granted, Atlanta lost, so you automatically won the NFC South yesterday. Regardless, win or lose, you won. All right, you clinched. But the fact is, to see how much points that, the Saints put up on you, that should be cause for concern. It should. Same thing, listen, same thing with Eagles, Patriots. Both teams should be cause for concern how many points would put up on their defense. Just saying. I did find it funny that the punter tried to stop Darren Sproles. That was funny too. He tried to stop Darren Sproles. Hilarious. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, like I said, when it comes to football, we have seen so many things this week that have been salty, that have been just this, and they're game-ending, plays, and it's just like it's just hilarious to see. It just is. But speaking of salt, I want to move on to football overseas. That's right, the EPL. There's been so much salt this week, especially this week and over the weekend. So many teams that have spent vast amounts of money that should be winning, actually getting upset. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Newcastle beat Liverpool. And it's like, what? And that second goal was like, are you fucking serious? Like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. Chelsea, how do you lose to Bournemouth? Let's talk about this. No, we're gonna talk about this, alright? The lack of effort that goes on. First off, Marino, you bench Costa again. You bench Costa again, all right? And then you have him warm up again before the second half, and he doesn't play yet. And then in the second half, you let him play, all right? And then Costa fucking loses it, all right? He's throwing guys down, which would be a horse collar in the NFL. He's throwing guys down. There's times that he didn't do anything, but the refs were still targeting him. The players were still trying to get something for him. He's like, come on. You've got players. Hazard doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing. At times, he's trying to be more of a hero and trying to make something happen instead of passing the ball off where there's an open player, and it's starting to piss me off. I'm going to see it for a number of games now, all right? Ivanovic, we're going to talk about him in a minute, okay? But the lack of effort of what I'm talking about, and I'll put it like this. The first half of the game, all right, was very heavy. The first half of the first half. Bournemouth played very aggressive. And in the second half, Chelsea, second half of that first half, all right, Chelsea started playing more aggressive. So possession was kind of equal at times, okay? Second half came in, and pretty much Chelsea was dominating. They were dominating in the second half, and then we started to see guys from Bournemouth fall like flies. And what I mean by it is faking injury. That's right. And we saw this there had to be about a total of game Bournemouth. They had to have about, 7, 8 guys that fell and was just like, oh my God, I'm hurt. And you know they weren't hurt. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Deliver that ball into an area of danger and then at least give Costa the chance to miss it.
Well, interestingly, Graham, Junior Stanislas is down in the Bournemouth penalty area. And once the referee is convinced that there is a problem here, his Bournemouth teammates all come down to the touchline, don't they? And they all take on a drink, and the Bournemouth coaching staff, including Eddie Howe, of course, are giving them more instructions.
Ivanovic has got in there as well.
Now Jose Mourinho is in Eddie Howe's technical area, and he's trying to get a word with the assistant and the fourth official about the time here.
Yeah, he looked real hurt, didn't he? Yeah. I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to eat some stuff. I'm going to drink some stuff. Yeah, I look really fucking hurt. And he just walks off like it's nothing to it. You can hear the crowd booing. Like there's nothing wrong with this dude, but he's going to fake it. See, this is the problem I'm having right now with this team. The thing is, Bournemouth, well, I've been watching them throughout the season, and they've been playing with a lot of heart. But was it on Saturday? Falling. I'm hurt. Oh yeah, wait a minute. I'm not really hurt, but I got to sit out for a couple seconds and then come back in. That's what it was for them. It was absolutely disgusting. It's embarrassing. It is. And on top of it, because you're acting like this, guess what? They still won. They still fucking won. And you know what? The defense is just, you know what? I don't understand this. Cahill, all right? You make a good save on defense, and then you turn around and you give it right back to him because you want to do something in the flashy manner.
Arthur into the area. Stanislas. Excellent defending by Cahill. But here's Arthur, and he puts it just wide.
What was he doing, Gary Cahill, there?
It's a corner.
You rightly say. Fantastic block in the first instance. Stanislas tries to wriggle his way out the corner, and to do that in your own box as a centre-half is awful decision-making.
And with Chelsea down 1-0, you can't sit here and tell me that you're going to take these to offense. You've got to be fucking... I told you we'll talk about this shit. Why are you taking this kick so far out? And secondly, where the fuck are you kicking? Because as far as I'm concerned, look, there's no discipline. Just doesn't care. You can see on his face, don't care. I'm going to take this kick nowhere near the fucking goal. And I'm turning around and be like, fuck you guys anyway.
Satisfied that Bava was playing him onside as well as Cahill.
Ivanovic is going to hit one, and it's, well, encouragement from Jose Mourinho, but once again, howls around Stamford Bridge, and that is the cue for one or two to lift their seats and head for the exits.
Marino encouraging my ass. You cannot sit here and tell me you were going to take that kick that's so fucking wide, and you're just like, yeah. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Chelsea, you have lost so many games at home. Fans are mad. And you know what? The commentators are right. All right? That could have possibly said, you know what? I'm lifting up my seat. I'm getting my stuff. And I'm fucking leaving. That is embarrassing. For you to take a shot like that and just be like, not that big of a deal. It's a big fucking deal when these people are paying tickets, all right? And they come to support you and you pull that shit. That is absolutely ridiculous. Marino has lost this locker room. He has. You cannot tell me this. For the things that we have seen in the previous couple of games, look, Chelsea still has a chance to make the top 10. And I'm saying that as being positive, all right? Because they're, 14, 15 place right now? As I said before, the goal right now is to stay out of relegation. Marino said not too long ago, well, yeah, I guess making top 4 is out of question now. Remember, he said it's still a chance. No, it's not a fucking chance. It's not. Leicester City went back up not too long ago. Arsenal's, in second? Like, you can't sit here and tell me that these things are okay, because they're not. And the fans still support you, and then you pull some... No, if anything, he needs a good talking to. What the fuck? Look, if you bench Costa for for his hands, he won you the damn game. All right, when he came up, was it the week before? And you benched him for that? And you benched Hazard early in the season because of lack of effort, but you're not going to say anything to him? You're just going to encourage him, huh? Yeah. The fuck out of here. It is horrible. It is. But you want to know what else is horrible? The Griffin Force flop of the week. We've been talking about football overseas, but, we don't talk much about rugby. That's right. And, rugby is a tough guy sport. It is. Let's be honest here. But when you're doing stuff like this and you're flopping, it makes the sport look horrible. The officials know it, the players know it, the fans know it. It's a fucking joke. Your guy hits him in the chest, and he holds his face and lays down. Stop. This is... Come on. I know that rugby isn't always like this. Rugby's very physical. It's a tough sport. You know what I mean? Very manly, macho sport. But when you got guys doing that, it makes the sport look really bad. And I'm sure it doesn't happen all the time, unless some of you rugby, fans, hardcore rugby fans can let me know, hey, no, this happens a lot and it's a problem. If that's the case, I will start hunting for more. You know what I mean? You've got to be kidding me come on, that is blatant. Really blatant. I'm just going to hold my face. Did you see that, ref? I'm going to lay down on the ground and hold my face. Stop. Speaking of hitting people, though, we can talk about this real now. Let's talk about this. Jahlil Okafor. For those who don't know, we talked about it last week, where Okafor got into a fight. As we know, they released the fight footage and we saw it. And for you fans in the comments, you were saying that he's not going to learn his lesson. He's a bum. We should have got someone else. This guy's a waste of time. Others have said, you know what? We really wish that we would have drafted him as opposed to Russell in L.A. It's not working out. So there's kind of mixed opinions on Jahlil Okafor and his reaction to this thing, especially knowing the reports that that this is not his first time it's happened. Well, now we're finding out that there is another fight tape. That's right. Apparently, it was the same night, the same situation, that we only saw a piece of it, that he had in one fight. Apparently, he got into a second fight. That's right, on the street. So, let's look at that real quick.
What an idiot. TMZ.
What's up there? What's up there? What's up there?
What do you got? Oh.
Yeah, boy. Come on. Fuck y'all, Julia Okafor. Yo, get off him. Come on. What's up there? Come on. Why are you disrespecting one of the best players in the NBA?
Jesus, bro. Jahlil Okafor. Oh, man. Come on, bro. Oh, shit. You need an ambulance. Oh, shit. Jahlil Okafor.
You on the floor? On the clean?
He's up, bro. He needs an ambulance.
You don't. You need ambulance.
He needs an ambulance, bro.
Now, before I comment on this particular fight now, I want to say that there's been a number of people who are saying the language that's being used during this altercation is just horrible. It's a fight. What did you expect the language to be? I'm just wondering, all right? Because if you think these guys are fighting and they're going to be gentlemen, what's wrong with you? What bubble are you living in that you think that this type of language is not going to be used in the middle of a fight, in the middle of a street fight? I'm just wondering, all right? I don't want to know. It seems like a lot of people do not understand how real fights happen. But I want to comment on this, all right? Because the first one, it seemed like, it was a bunch of just drunk fans saying you suck, and he was defending himself. That's what it seemed like, and then he finally got a rise out of him. As we can see by the second fight, that's not the case here, all right? He's acting like an arrogant asshole. Money. And like I said before, all right, when you're talking shit, that's fine. But you do come off as an arrogant asshole. But then, the guy, mind you, is sitting in the street talking, and he just runs up to him like, what's up? What's up then? My guy doesn't even have his hands up. What's up? You know what I mean? Like, that's not something like... I almost want to say it's almost like hitting... I don't want to say innocent bystander. I don't want to say that. Because the words that are being said, obviously the guy's saying, you know what I mean? But it's clear that the guy has no intention of fighting. Clearly not. Jahlil Okafor has an attitude problem. He's sensitive to what is being fucking said to him. Now, with this being said, all right, the Sixers, they're not fining him. For a guy who's throwing money around, you would think that's what you would do. Take his money away from him to make a statement. Instead, you give him a bodyguard. Well, considering that fight, I don't think he really needs a bodyguard, okay? No one really got close enough to him, if you notice, in both of these fights. He actually ran over to someone else. People are saying this shit from a distance, if you haven't noticed. They're not getting close to him in his face. So it's not like, he's being defensive, he needs to be protected because there's a possibility he's being assaulted or whatever in this fight. No. This is something that's being said from a distance. What the fuck is a bodyguard going to do to a guy who's saying something from across the street? Nothing. All right? Besides, last time we saw athletes get bodyguards, what happened? Pac-Man, he punched out the bodyguard anyway. But the fact is, this is something that he needs to be able to take care of on his own. He does not need to be babied. He is a professional. On and off the court. Which means he represents that team. And if you don't believe me, a lot of people will say, oh, that's bullshit. No, he can do it on his free time. No. All right? In the link in the info bar, the Sixers released a statement saying the very same thing. On and off the court, you are representing us. We pay you this. It's the same with any other fucking job. If you do something, if you work at a job, all right, and then you go, and someone videotapes you saying such inflammatory things and getting into fights and stuff like that, you know what happens? There's a possibility you may lose your job because you represent that job. It seems like people don't understand how reality works. But that's what the Sixers said. Now, with that being said as well, like I said, you didn't take his money away from him. No, you didn't. The Sixers have suspended Jahlil Okafor for 2 games. 2 big games. Now look, given the Sixers record, that's not even a punishment. That's a vacation. Okay? It is. Now, as we know, the Sixers, they beat the Lakers. They finally got their first win, yeah. And then what happened when they played Denver? They were up again. And in 2 minutes, what did they do? They dropped the ball literally again and blew the game because they were up. Seems like a reoccurring thing, isn't it? But the fact is, Jahlil Okafor, this is a problem. All right? And yes, it all happened in one night. But you were literally, from both footage we've seen, he's rushed both guys who have said something to him. From a distance. That is sensitive. It is. Now, I understand that people get on, you gotta have thick skin. You are an athlete, you're a professional athlete. You have to have thick skin. We've talked about this last week. But now that we've seen this second fight, where this guy is literally just standing in the street, hands down, whatever, he's talking whatever. That should be it. That should be it. You had his say, you had your say, he had his say, get in the fucking car and leave. You got a story to tell. Instead, you go and rush the guy, and clearly you knocked the fucking guy out. He was asleep. Sleep. You know what I mean? But the fact that you went and did that, and then, like I said, there's always that apology, I gotta, be more mindful of what I do and things of that nature. And there's reports now that apparently the club that he was at, he used a fake ID to get in. That's what's being said. Now, of course, others are saying he doesn't have a fake ID, blah, blah, blah. It's always going to be one word against the next, okay? Always. But with that being said, you are an NBA player. And this time it's not even about the media. If anything, if I'm going to get on the media, I'm going to get on TMZ for leaking this piece by piece. I will say that. You could have gave us all this in one shot, but you didn't. You said you trickled it down to keep this drama going. That's what you did. That's fucking pathetic. It is. But, with that being said, and probably it's the person who recorded it, maybe they did it. Maybe they did say, hey, look, we'll give you a piece of it and you're going to pay us for it, and then later we'll give you another piece and you'll pay us for that too. That could be it too. So either way, people are making out. And when people are banking off of this because of your reaction, now they're making money off of this, it's a bad look. Regardless of what happens. And they're just talking about a lawsuit now and all this. And as you can see, it's possible it can happen. Because you were the first person to throw a punch. You were the first person to get aggressive and go after somebody. That's a lawsuit. They said any fan can talk shit from a distance. Any fan. But the guy wasn't aggressive to you. He didn't throw anything to you. He's just talking. He's 20 yards away from you? And you run into the middle of the street to go fight him. This is not a case anymore of Jahlil Okafor is being harassed or, being called you suck and he's being defensive. No. This is him clearly being the fucking aggressor. Because somebody said something. It's not a good look at all. It's not just a sign of immaturity. It's a sign of ego as well. Because like I said, money, like I said, talking shit and everything, it happens. Okay, whatever. But the fact that it went this far, escalated this far, from a professional. This is not like some dudes on the corner fighting. You know what I'm saying? What you say? And start fighting, you know what I mean? Like, it's, no. This is a professional we're talking about now. That's uncalled for. It's very uncalled for. Especially, like I said, if you're going to use the money trap, then that should be your comfort, right? But then when reality kicks in, money ain't the word, make the world. Like, they start really kicking some facts to you about money, then when you lose that defense, you don't know what else to do. So then you get aggressive. Meaning, you lost the war of words, and then you say, but he won the fight. You attack the guy, had his hands down. And yeah, it happens in the street. It does. I mean, let's be honest here. We see a number of people who talk, at least they're close to each other when it happens, though. They're talking shit and you get sucker punched. It happens, But to run from so far, you've got to, being professional, no. Like I said, dudes on the street, because you're supposed to be looked at as that way. You street, no rules, whatever. You got a guy who's being a professional. You know what I mean? And making so much fucking money, it doesn't matter. That shit should just roll off you. Yep, we losing. And guess what? I'm still playing. I'm still getting paid. I'm still have a better life right now than you do. You know what I mean? And you got to think. When you see guys who act this way, all right? First off, it's only one game that you lost. I mean, against the Boston Celtics. I mean, you're going to play them again. You got to go to Boston again sometime, right? So, I mean, and they're going to play that up. I guarantee they're going to play that up. But you've got to be kidding me that this is just one of those things where it should be, it's not acceptable. Once you get to that type of professional standard, you can't do that. You can't, Maybe there should be something in the contract at this point that says, for all players, that you really can't do that. Just like boxers. Once you get your license, your boxing license, you can't fight out in the street. Anyone read Carl Faraci's book, he'll let you know. You gotta have incredibly thick skin, because if someone challenges you to a fight in real life, and you have your license, and you hit somebody, you may lose your license. You may lose your entire career because you decide to punch somebody. And yeah, we've seen in the past, Tyson outside fighting. We've seen these things in the past of, fighters fighting. But it's a real thing. Especially now where people get very lawsuit happy. So, maybe it needs to be put into the contract. For all players, for all athletes around. You know what I mean? I can understand if it's one thing if someone put their hands on them, or they're so close where an athlete feels threatened and they have to defend themselves. That I understand. Then, hey, do what you gotta do. But from a guy who's in the street talking shit, you know what I mean, about your loss, you're gonna run. And like I said, it wasn't the first thing. Like I said, you fought two different people. You rushed both of them to get into a fight. Whatever. Speaking of boxing, let's move on. Tyson Fury. You want to talk about him again? Apparently he's making the news again. For those who don't know, Tyson Fury's under fire for sexism and bigotry comments, apparently. He said some things about homosexuality and abortion, and we know that he's a God-fearing man, things of that nature. But he said some things, and then afterwards he talked about women and how they belong in the kitchen and the cooking, and and people are upset about this. They actually made a petition now about how he shouldn't be put on the short list for the Spotty Awards, and he's not a role model. And Tyson Fury said himself, he's not a role model. He said this. But you have to understand, when you were a heavyweight champion in the world, which, you know what, if you ask me, like I said, he's going to lose that he's the Buster Douglas of this generation, I feel. And I understand that he's undefeated, but like I said, you put him against Deontay Wilder, he's going to get eaten the fuck up. He is. He just is. But with that being said, Tyson Fury has said he hopes that he's not put on, on an award show list, because he said, like I said, he's not a role model. He's going to say what he wants to say. He also came out and said that, hey, look, it's a bad time when you can't give a woman, a compliment. And he said, if you look good in a dress, I'm going to say that. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be under fire for saying some woman looks good in a dress. Like, if you read the whole thing, it's really interesting. But there's so many people that are upset with him, groups that are so, upset with him, that this may come back as a backlash. So we will see what happens with Tyson Fury in the future, and I'll keep up on what's going on. You know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, what did you expect from a guy who dressed as Batman before the damn fight and fighting the Joker, and then when he wins the fight, he starts singing "The Wind Beneath My Wings" at the end of the fight? What did you expect? Like, he's going to be outspoken. He's going to say things that go against the grain. That's who he is. We've seen this. Seems like people just don't get it. However, let's move on to boxing. I had said last week, like I said, a lot of just disappointments and just upsets. I said last week that Jacobs versus Quillin was happening. And then I hope that Quillin beats the brakes off of Jacobs. I said that because of what happened between Jacobs and Sergio Mora. I said that. With that being said, Quillin, Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillin, loses in about, 50 seconds in the first round of this fight? And you know what? This fight, it was stopped by Harvey Dock. Harvey Dock, I do not understand the logic with the stoppage. It makes no sense. For those who saw the fight, because everyone's getting hyped, I'm like, yeah, finally, we're going to get to see this fight. In this microwave bullshit stoppage, there's no way. Look, they started out, jab here, jab there. Quillin went extended for a jab because he flinched like this, right? He flinched in, which means that all this side was open. Jacobs throws a right hook. Hits Quillin pretty damn good, all right? Stuns him. Quillin backs into the ropes. Before you know it, Jacobs, flurry. This is what it was. It's a rumble package. Malinaji talked about it afterwards. Rumble package is something that you do in training, all right? Where you sit and you wait, and the guy just wails on you, wails on you, wails on you. You will get in the, in the training aspects where a guy is only supposed, your opponent is to hit you, and you can't hit him back. The only thing you can do is guard up in defense. You learn that, all right? That's to perfect your defense. So it's a rumble package. So when Jacobs is punching, this is all you're seeing, all right? Quillin is weathering the storm. He tries to rotate out. When he rotates out, he drops his hand a little bit low. What happens? Jacobs hit him with another good right hook. Hit him in the temple, right? Quillin, Harvey Dock starts to step in. Quillin looks like he's going to go down, but he doesn't. He doesn't touch the ground. His glove doesn't hit the mat, nothing. He catches his balance, and he turns around, and he's ready to fight. In his eyes, you can tell he's a little dazed. Harvey Dock looks at him, and instead of giving him a standing 8 count, if you thought that he needed to collect himself, you stopped the fucking fight. Disgusting. That is ridiculous. You should know by now that you need to give him a standing 8 count to give that fighter in a title fight, all right, a chance to fight. This is not one of those things where I've been showing you guys left and right a guy just getting beat on and can't defend himself. No, Quillin is moving. He's blocking, he's defending. He got hit with 2 good hooks. 2. All right? There was a couple to the body that didn't affect him, okay? Didn't, but it doesn't matter. He's defending right, all right, until he lowers that left hand a little bit and he gets caught with the other hook. So 2 good hooks hit him, dazed him, but that was it. There's no reason to stop this fight. You know what? It's not even just that. Even Jacobs, after the fight, says himself, that Quillin should have had a second chance at trying to fight.
And I pulled his hand down when I was able to catch it with the right hand. I seen his eyes and looked like his equilibrium was off. So, like I said before, I was corralling him and throwing big shots. One of my favorite shots.
This is the end of the fight right here.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he was hurt, but like I said, this is one of those sports where anything can happen. I know he prepared 100%, and so did I. And all I can do is just pray for him for the future. But the best man won today, in my
Did you feel he was out on his feet right there? If you'd have hit him again, it could have done some significant damage.
I'm not a referee, but if I was, I probably would have still gave him an opportunity. Peter Quillen's a gentleman. I have the utmost respect for him.
And will you give him another opportunity based on the shortness of this fight? Would you fight him again?
I'll definitely give him an opportunity. He gave me the opportunity after me calling him out for so long. I would definitely give him a rematch.
Would you do that next, or would you try and move on and fight the winner of Saunders and Lee, or perhaps Golovkin at some point?
It's up to my management. Obviously, I want to be able to fight the best out there, but I wanted to fight him next if that's what they want.
So as you can see right there, he says he would have given him the opportunity to keep fighting, all right? Because that's what you do. Like I said, at worst, you give him a standing 8. It's not like Quillen was all over the place and fall. Like I said, he almost lost his balance, but he caught himself. So you tell me, if a guy hasn't fallen and he catches himself, all right, not falling because he's hurt, but he hasn't gotten to the point where he doesn't know where he's at, because let's be honest, if he didn't know where he was at, he would have fell. He would have fell. And he would try to get himself up, and then it'd have been a different type of world. But he caught himself, he didn't fall, Ref looks at him and just says, and you can see Quillen's just like, okay. Ref looks at him and says, no, we're going to stop the fight. I find this ridiculous that this happened, all right? And the fact that now Showtime is trying to talk this Jacobs versus Golovkin, please don't do that. Don't do that. No. If he's going to move forward, let him fight the winner between Lee and whatever, but you do not have him fight Golovkin, that's this crazy. No way. All right, Jacobs has power. What we saw was just a flurry. It was a flurry, and we see this more in UFC or just mixed martial arts than anything when they stop fights, because you hit a guy and then a flurry comes and you see if the guy defends up, and then they stop the fight. But as you know, they don't have a standing 8 count in mixed martial arts. In boxing, you have that for a fighter to recover. You didn't give him that opportunity. But I'm happy to see that Jacobs, as we saw with Sergio Mora, was very cocky with Sergio Mora saying he doesn't deserve a fight. As he would say, he really respects Quillen, and that he would give him another opportunity to fight since this fight was so short, and, he has nothing but respect for him. That I like to see. You know what I mean? He gave him the opportunity once he's been calling him out, so he's going to return the favor and give him that opportunity again. Quillen afterwards said he doesn't know if he wants the opportunity. He's going to sit down with his family and think about talking retirement. Quillen, you were what? 31? You were 31-1 with a draw. Now you're 31-1-1. So 31 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. And you're talking about retirement? I don't know, man. I understand, look, if family comes first and you got to do what you got to do, then by all means go ahead. But if I'm looking at your record and I'm looking at the way you fought, because like I said, for those who don't know, all right, they held a poll on Showtime on who was going to win this fight, and Quillen was winning 55% to Jacobs. So he was supposedly supposed to win. He was the favorite to win. But you've got to be kidding me that now you're talking retirement after this. Your first loss and you're talking retirement? I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. People lose. Fighters lose. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what sport. Fighters lose. It happens. But in this case, I think you got screwed on it. I think Harvey Dock screwed you. I think Jacobs agrees that Harvey Dock should have gave you another opportunity. It was just a bad call. It just was. And I feel as though it really hurts boxing. When you have these type of things, that's what hurts boxing. And, it's not just about boxers fighting or whatever, leaving up to the judges. Because we see judges screw boxers. As you can see right here, refs screw boxers. It's got to be cleaned up. It has to. We just saw it just not too long ago with Tony Weeks. When it came to the Fury-Klitschko fight. Now Harvey Dock pulling this. No, it's not a good look. I think it needs to be reviewed at this point. I understand that we've always talked about fighter safety here. Like I said, but this is one of those times you have to give the fighter a chance. Like I said, it'd be one of those things if he was just getting beat the hell on, and like I said, if he just couldn't defend himself, he's just beating the hell on him. But that wasn't the case in this, all right? It wasn't. Now, if he'd let, Quillen, game stand 8 count, he let Quillen go, and, you were getting almost the same result, then you stop the fight. But that was way too premature of a stoppage to say, hey, this is fighter safety. But no, way too premature. He was hit with 2 good shots. 2. And then the video I showed you only saw that 1. 2 good shots. That's it. So anyways, I think I'm done for today. I just think that, next week, we'll see some more stuff. Next week we have UFC. We got Conor McGregor and Aldo coming up. And Weidman is also on that card. That's going to be a big fight. I will be tuning into that. Anyways, and to be quite honest, who am I picking? McGregor talks and talks and talks, and McGregor has also shown how good he is. You gotta think, when he beat Chad Mendes, which was also on Chad Mendes only had 2 weeks to prepare for this fight. Chad Mendes showed his wrestling. He cut through McGregor like it was nothing to it. I will put it like this. McGregor, the way he fought, he also, for those who don't know, he had a torn ACL and he fought. As we know, the reason why Mendes stepped in for this fight is because Aldo had a bruised rib. Yeah, torn ACL versus bruised rib. That's a problem. But Aldo right now is looking, if anyone has seen his training camp, like Aldo is looking like he wants to take off, McGregor's head. I think I'm going to stick with what I said in the past. I'm going to stick to my guns once again and say that Aldo is going to win this fight. I'm going to stick with that. Even though McGregor has this massive momentum and this awkward striking style, we'll see. It's going to be a very exciting fight for me to watch, but I'm going to pick Aldo in this fight. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.